Hey everyone, welcome to the Back 40 Feet where we talk about suburban, urban, and patio gardening. And it is harvest time here in the Back 40, and today I'm going to be harvesting beans, specifically some green beans and some Roman flat beans, which are basically like flat green beans, but they're a little bit sweeter. Mine happen to be yellow in color, which is intended. They're even a little bit sweeter than the green ones. So these are bush beans that I'm going to be harvesting. When you're harvesting beans, really you can pick them at any point, but I like to pick them before you really start to see the pods inside get really bumpy, because at that point they start to get really tough. So I still like to pick them when the inside pods are sort of still a little soft and not quite defined. If you find some beans that got overripe and the pods are just huge and clearly the inside seeds are already like pretty firm, what you could do is just leave them on the plant and they'll eventually dry and literally go to seed, and that you can use for next year for your bean seeds. So you can do some seed saving with them. I certainly wouldn't eat them. They're just going to be really not what you're expecting. So let's go take a look at the beans. So these are my Italian Roman beans that are yellow. You can see here they're about 5 inches in length, but when you look at them to the side, they've just started to have like sort of some definition with the seed pods, but they're still nice and soft. And I can look at some of the other ones, same thing. So I'm going to pick all these, even though sometimes they could look a little funny. As long as they're not too wide, they still should be fine. That one probably is, I'm just going to let go to seed because that's a little bit too much. But then when you look over here, these are my green beans, and these are a French fillet variety. So you can see that they're really slender, a little less than a pencil width wide, and they're about 6 inches long. You can see here that they're here in clumps because these are bush beans. So once all of these are harvested, I'm not expecting to see any more flowers, and I probably can just pull the plant up and start another one so that I could have some harvests in September. But this is about the perfect size to be harvesting these French green beans. Here are my harvested beans. So I've got 3 Roman beans and probably about like a little over a dozen green beans, the slenderette green beans. And I'm just gonna steam these up together and put a little butter on them. And you know what I don't eat tonight, I can throw into a salad. But what's great about bush beans is that you kind of get these like batches of servings. And you know, I'm the only one that eats the beans in this household, so this is a perfect size for me.